Yes, hello guys. So I welcome you all on this wonderful platform that is BYJU'S exam prep. So guys, just tell me, am I properly audible and visible to you or not? So guys, here we are going to start a wonderful series that is related to mastering GATE concept. And guys, this is for all those students who are preparing for GATE 2023, ESC 2023, or even if you are preparing for 2024, that is going to be helpful for you because we are starting with a very basic subject which you generally study in your third semester of your engineering. Okay, so guys, kindly share this session to all the students who are going to prepare or who are already preparing for the exam. And guys, in this session I would be telling you about the weightage of the subject in GATE and engineering services. I would also be telling you about the best books and how to study the books, whether the notes are important or not, and how you can get the handwritten notes for free only. And I would be telling you also about the Telegram channel where you would be getting the lectures, notifications and PDF and handwritten notes. And guys, I would also be telling you the wonderful strategy how you can do SOM in a strong manner, because it is important subject for both mechanical and civil engineering aspirant. I would also be telling you the importance of studying SOM, where we are going to use this subject. With effort and struggle cleared our don't worry aspirant, I already told you that. Okay, so aspirant, I already told you to talk to me. You can personally talk to me. I would guide you that what you shall do now. No issue Midun, no issue. Yes, it happens sometime when we are preparing for the first time. So don't worry, once again start your preparation, and if you have any query you can contact me. I would be telling you. And first of all, whatever happened in the GATE 2022, you need to learn from that what are the issue happened because of that, so that you can also improve them to get a better score, and we will talk about that also. So let us start the subjects right now. So guys, here we are starting. So guys, as I already told you, today's subject is very important, strength of material. So before I start, first of all, I would like to tell you now, BYJU'S exam prep is a best place and it is a complete solution for all GATE and ESC aspirant, because you are getting exam notification on time. You are getting the free lectures here for different subject for all the important topics. You are also going to get some project ideas related session. Even I have taken many of them. You would also be getting the information which are related to post GATE guidance, and also non-taxation for engineering services and mathematics and aptitude, which are required in all the examination. Okay, and different numerical series, problem practice sessions for BARC, HAL type of exam. So we are going to give you all of these on the channels. If you are preferring English language, this channel is for you. If you want to learn in Hindi, then there is another channel which is dedicated for Hindi aspirants. Okay, so guys, now before we start about the strength of material, first discussion would be generalized related to the GATE. Rohan is asking, sir, I got only 500 score in GATE. Dear, I feel we have talked about that, and I would recommend you to take admission into some of the NIT. Okay, and after taking the admission you can continue your preparations. Why after? You can start your preparation from now only. Admission process would be going on. Okay, and if you feel you are good in 7-8 subject, try for BARC and other exams as well. So guys, let us see. First of all, as you already know, in GATE one section is there related to general aptitude section, where we are going to have around 13 to 15% weightage, where we have 5 question of 1 mark, 5 question of 2 mark. Here we are having aptitude and English parts. And my dear, I would like to say that this is very important part as far as GATE is concerned. The student who are going to get good rank, for them it plays a very important role. For this section, if I am telling you that definitely this is something which generally aptitude part students are very much aware of. Yes, about English all the students are not, but guys, it is very easy to score around 12 marks in this section. Okay, so second part is engineering mathematics. It is there around 13 to 15 marks, and then core subject, that is related to technical subject of all the branches, like mechanical peoples would be having mechanical branches, mechanical subjects question. Civil would be having civil subject questions likewise. So guys, in this way they are covering a total of this 15 here, and here it is going to be 85, where you can have 13 to 15 from mathematics, and we are going to have 70% from the technical. So guys, it is how the weightage is. And guys, as you have seen, this year cutoff for mechanical was around 28, Okay, so for civil also, for all the branches, generally cutoff goes from 30 to 35 only. Okay, so this is the cutoff for qualifying, but only qualifying does not give you the exposure for IITs and PSUs. Yes, Rohan, you are correct. This time aptitude was easy. So guys, this aptitude section generally depends on your mathematics part of 8th to 10th class. If you are good in 8th to 10th mathematics, that becomes aptitude here. And guys, engineering mathematics, whatever you have studied in 11th and 12th, 80-90% syllabus is same. 10-20% syllabus is different, which comes in engineering. Like if you are talking about Laplace transform, in general we are talking about, and Fourier. Okay, so there are some topics which you study in engineering but not in 11th 12th. So major part, around 80%, is related to 11th 12th mathematics. So guys, if your 11th 12th part, 10th mathematics up to 10th is good, then my dear, here you can score very good. And when we are talking about technical guys, so definitely here core subjects like strength of materials, theory of machines, like production for mechanical, like RCC for civil, different branches have different subjects. So guys, this is how the gate is designed. Okay, so I will not be wasting much time here. This is just I am telling you because many students may be starting their preparation for the first time. So for their reference, I am telling, I will take only 5-10 minutes into that, and then we are starting about strength of material and what kind of sessions I am going to take in this series to make your strength of material stronger side. And guys, for both mechanical and civil engineering student, this series is going to be very helpful because all other application subjects are related to this subjects as well. Okay, so I would be telling you the importance, the kind of discussion we are going to have, everything in this session we are going to have. So guys, these are the 3 types of question which gate is asking. In MCQ, you know that it is a multiple options are there, and out of multiple option only one option is correct. So here only one option is correct. So I would be saying that this is the easiest type of question which is asked in gate. Okay, only one option correct. Then my dear, when we are talking about numerical answer type, this is the type of question which was introduced back in 7-8 years before. And guys, these are the types of question, numerical answer type, where you would be having the fill in the blanks. So my dear, you cannot make a guess here because it is a fill in the blank. So you need to solve and then only you can fill the blank. So my dear, this type of question I would be saying, as there is no choice to guess, so you need to prepare and you need to solve and then only you can answer here. So that's why there is no negative marking here. Here there is no negative marking. Here 1/3 negative marking is there. Okay guys, and then the new types of question which were introduced from GATE 2021, they are multiple select question. Here more than one option may be correct. Okay, so more than one option may be correct. So my dear, when I am writing this, many students generally feel that in MSQ always more than one would be correct. No, one may be correct, 2 may be correct, 3 may be correct, all 4 may be correct. All possibilities are there. Okay, that is MSQ. Sir, can I use your vision batch notes? Why? Definitely dear, you would be using those notes, and I would be also recommending that I would be sharing handwritten notes. I would be sharing you assignment in this series. Okay, and also this is going to help you in your preparation because the type of question I would be discussing in the class, they would be totally new. If you have already attended my session, then also you are going to learn something new only, because guys, I always take care for that because I know there may be some student who have scored 60-70, they want to upgrade. So for those students also there would be something in the session. Okay, so these are the types of questions which are coming in the GATE exam. So my dear, now when we are talking about ESC pattern, you know engineering services is going to be as now there are 2 things. One is ESC pre, then there is mains paper. And guys, when we are talking about the ESC pre, there are 2 papers. One is ESC paper 1, and in ESC paper 1 we are going to have the subjects related to the general studies and aptitude. Like you would be having mathematics, you would be having aptitude, you would be having some subjects which you have studied in the first year of engineering, where you discuss about all the branches slightly. Like the subjects would be there related to project management, engineering drawing. You would be having some energy and environment issues. You would be having some subject related to computers like information and technology. And guys, you would also be having some subjects like ethics which are related to management. So guys, this is a paper which is of 200 marks, and generally you need to score around 100-120 marks to get a very good rank. Okay, then along with that you would be having a technical paper which would be of around 300 marks. Okay, So 300 marks would be the weightage for that. And in total 500 marks, the student who are going to qualify this paper, they would be allowed to go for the mains paper. And in this mains paper, you would be having 3 papers of 300 marks conventional. And they are similar to your university pattern where you need to write the complete solution. It is a subjective type. And my dear, obviously, if you are asking about near about cutoffs in this, so out of 500 nearly, if you are getting more than 250 to 270, the chances of selections are very, very high. Midun, will full syllabus cover? Dear, not exactly full, but definitely we are going to cover some very, very important topics which are the heart of SOM and from which the questions are coming more and more. Okay, but yes, these sessions are going to be very effective. Okay, whatever we will be studying, that is going to be very, very effective. Then my dear, this is something about the pattern, and after that, when you will be qualifying the pre-exam, that is happened in January around first weekend. After that, it would be there in May or June. Okay, so definitely you will get a time to prepare for the conventional. After that, my dear, when you are qualifying mains, then you would be going for the interview. And when you would be going for interview, this is generally going to be for 200 marks. So the total 600 plus 200 plus 500 is going to be 1300. Out of that, the students would be selected. And my dear, generally when we are talking about the cutoff, generally goes around 60 to 65% for the selection in engineering services. So guys, now I am coming on to the point. These were some things which I wanted to tell you. Now you would be interested to know what is the weightage of the subject which we are talking about. So my dear, first of all, we are talking about strength of material. Everybody know it is a basic subject. I would be telling some points related to that subject on the later stages, because generally when we start preparation, student wants to know what is going to be the weightage. That why I shall go for this subject. First of all, marks wise. Then second, we want to know what is the application of that. First, I am telling you the concern of yours, how many marks. Then I will be telling you technical reasons and the other reasons, applications, because of which we are going to study this subject. So guys, just like and share the session so that other student can also get the benefit of that. So my dear, when we are talking about this subject, syllabus is more or less same for the civil and mechanical. Some part differences are there, okay, that I would be telling you. 90 to 95% things are same. Applications are slightly different, no doubt. So I would be covering both the applications, okay. So you would be benefited whether you are from civil or mechanical. The weightage for gate is around 7 to 9 marks for gate. Civil. For mechanical, I will say 6 to 9, because sometimes weightage is on the lower side. Even sometimes we have seen for mechanical, SOM have been asked for 13-14 marks also. But guys, this is the general weightage. If I see all the 33 years and find out the average, then average comes in this range. Then my dear, for engineering services, the weightage is more for civil, 30 to 35 marks. It is 22 to 27 marks for mechanical. It is relatively on the lower side for mechanical. Okay, so guys, this is the marks, the weightages of this subject, which is not less. It is, you can say, for gate, it is around approximately 8 to 10%, which is not less. Okay, so my dear, let us move further. Then my dear, I would be telling you what are the syllabus of this subject. For mechanical and civil, syllabus is almost same, as I said. The differences I would be telling you guys. So the strength of material subject syllabus mentioned is first of all stress and strain. You know, that is the basic thing. Then we will be having elastic constants, Poisson ratio, Mohr circle for plane stress and plane strain, thin cylinders, shear force and bending moment diagrams, then bending and shear stresses. Then we will see the concept of shear center. This is newly introduced for mechanical, but it was there for civil previously also. Okay, then my dear, we would be having the deflection of beams, torsion of circular shaft, Euler's theory of column. You know, for column we study two theories. One is Euler's, other is Rankine. So in gate only Euler is there. For engineering services, you need to study Rankine also. Energy methods, then thermal stresses, strain gauges. This is the topic introduced in gate 2016. Before that, it was not in syllabus. Then the testing of materials, once again introduced in 2016, previously not in syllabus. But this topic is there in mechanical only. It is not there in civil. Okay. So that testing, I would say that UTM is there in civil. This hardness and impact testing, that is there for mechanical only. Okay. So guys, this is something the syllabus, okay, which is mentioned for the gate official key, official website. If you see, for gate and ESC, the strength of material syllabus is not different. it is generally same. But guys, maybe for some other subject there are some differences, but the best thing is for strength of material, the syllabus for GATE, ESC are almost same. So guys, whatever we are going to study here is going to help you not only for GATE but in engineering services, in civil services, because there also you need to take an optional subject. You can go for mechanical, state PCS, state PSC, BARC, HAL, HPCL. For all these examination guys, this is going to help you. So guys, this was the syllabus. Now I am showing you individual weightage for mechanical and civil both. If you see the previous years for the strength of material in GATE 2021, you can see paper 1, दो पेपर थे, there were 2 papers for strength for mechanical engineering. 7 marks was the weightage. For 2025 6, then 8 9 for 2019. Then you can see, as I said, some of the years it went to 13 14 also. So here you can see weightage was higher side, but now it is not expected it would be going. Yes dear, you would be getting the PDF on the Telegram channel. But guys, I would recommend you to just attend all the sessions. I am guaranteeing you, wherever you are studying strength of material, if you are attending this session, they are going to empower you more and more in strength of material. They are going to clear your confusion of strength of material. So just attend 1 to 2 sessions, then I would not be telling you, because you would be coming by your own, because the sessions would give you some interview questions as well. On the daily basis, I would be discussing about some interview questions which would help you in the PSU's interviews and engineering services interviews. So whether you are for mechanical or civil, I would be covering the application for both. Okay, so mind it, and they are very important session. If possible, please take engineering. Dear, definitely after strength of material, we are planning for engineering mechanics also. Okay, so guys, then you can see the weightage was 11 marks for 2017. So 2017, 2018 and 2016, these were the 3 years where the weightage were on the higher side. But guys, now the chances of this weightage is less, because now engineering mechanics syllabus have been increased to 2.5 times in mechanical. So for mechanical now, the expected weightage would be from 6 to 9 marks only, not more than that. Okay, now let us see about the civil engineering. So if you see about the civil engineering guys, so in civil engineering, strength of material for GATE 2022 was for 5 to 6 marks, in 2021 6 marks, 2027 marks, 2019 6, 4, 9, 6, 7. So in civil engineering, they are more consistent. They are always asking from 6 to 9 only. Okay, so they are very consistent when we are talking about civil engineering, 6 to 9. Once again, I would be saying. And guys, I would also like to add, these sessions are not on daily basis. We would be having 4 sessions in a week, so that you get the time for revision. We have also made the series in such a way that one session would be related to theory much. In the second session, we would be discussing the numerical for the same, so that you get the time to revise. And guys, these sessions would be ultimate ones when we are looking them as per the exam point of view, because you will get the direct questions also in many of the exams. This is the experience of students, because every year we are going for such series which are helpful for the students. So guys, now we are going to see that what type of things generally GATE and engineering services is asking, because some of the exam more conceptual things are coming, in some of the exam more numericals are coming. So it is very important to know. Sir, what about the marks share in GATE? Okay, I have not discussed about 2022. It was around the same 5-6 marks only, because in 2022 questions I am going to discuss in the last session. That's why I have not discussed about that, because for 2022 questions we would be having a separate session where I would be covering both mechanical, civil, GATE 2022 questions, so that you can think that whatever we have studied, how the questions are coming, whether the level is matching or we are covering the things at some higher level or lower level. You can judge yourself. Okay, now we are talking about the conceptual questions. Generally, if we are talking about out of total 100, GATE is asking 35% conceptual question. ESC is also asking 35% conceptual question. Formula based questions are more for GATE, that is 65. So here I would say 30 to 35. Okay, here 65% are formula based question. So my dear, in strength of material, when I write this, many students feel then we will remember the formula only. Dear, formula based means more use of calculations would be there. You cannot use the formula if you don't know the concept minded. So you need to study the concept anyhow, but here numericals would be more. That is the meaning of formula based question. In engineering services, numerical would not be that much. Here 35% conceptual, 35% formula based means numerical, and 30% fact based question. Fact based means, like you know, there is some constant, elastic constant known as Poisson ratio. They may ask you the range of Poisson ratio for some of the material. If they are asking the range of Poisson ratio for some of the material, so dear, you know that that is a fact based question. You need to remember the value. So my dear, that kind of questions are there in engineering services, but they are generally not there in GATE. I would say 0 to 5%. Okay, so generally they are not there in GATE. Okay, so my dear, these are the types of questions. So the point is, if you want to crack GATE with good score, you need to do more numericals here. You might be thinking, sir, so in engineering services numericals are not coming. Dear, in engineering services, in conventional paper they are asking numericals more. In objective, calci is not there, calci is not allowed. So without calci you cannot go for complicated calculations. So that is the reason they are asking more numericals in conventional paper and more fact based question in the objective paper. Guys, if you want to ask anything, you can ask me in this session. Okay, so I would be telling you how to study this subject, what are the applications, but first thing, that what books you can have for this subject, whether we shall go for books or not, that also I'll be telling you. So guys, the best books I'm writing here, that is Mechanics of Material by R.C. Hibbeler and Mechanics of Material by B.C. Punamia. So my dear, these are the books. No doubt going for the books is always a good thing, not a bad thing. But dear, you need to think once that whatever you study in the 4 years of engineering, if you're going to appear for the GATE exam, you need to cover this in a lesser time. Means whatever the 4 years material you have studied in college in general, you need to complete it in 8 to 10 months or hardly 1 year if you are starting the preparation from next day of the GATE examination. So my dear, if you have the 12 months also, then if you want to cover that much subjects, we cannot go through the books totally. If you would be going totally from the books, it needs more and more time. Okay, if you are in a second year student, it is a good idea to go for books, because in that way in third year you can go for XC paper, where you can go only for 2 subjects, like you are going for solid mechanics and thermal, or solid mechanics or fluid mechanics, or fluid mechanics or thermal. You can have choice, so you can go for less number of subjects. But dear, if you are going for mechanical and civil papers, like civil engineering can go for environment sciences if they want to prepare only 1 subject. But if you want to go for the complete mechanical or civil engineering, you need to study 10-12 subjects. So it is very difficult to complete a book in a month for a subject, because 12 subjects, 12 months, it is very difficult. Then whether you shall have books, dear, I would like to say here, there are 2 things. When you are going to join an institute, okay, like let us say you are joining BYJU'S exam prep or some XYZ institute. So guys, when you are going to join some institute, it means you are just outsourcing the work of going for the complete books to the coaching institute faculty. So dear, then you need to follow the class notes of those faculties. Like at BYJU'S exam prep, generally the student know, whoever are in the class, I am sharing the handwritten notes as well. We are sharing the PDF on which we are teaching to them, so that they can have enough material to study the things. And one thing dear, if you are going through books, you can go only for 1 or 2 books. When we are teaching you, we are already gone through a number of books. So you would be getting a good summary, a good content from different books at one place only. So that way the coaching is going to help you, and that you would be also knowing in these sessions what are going for. These are the free session, everyone can attend them. And by looking at these sessions, you would be knowing that whether you shall go for those notes or books. So dear, yes, definitely you shall go for these notes, PDFs, because you would be covering them in the less time. But then whether you shall go for books or not, yes dear, you shall go for books. One, for the practice purpose. Second, when you are going for the lectures, like you are, let us say, attending one of my lecture, I am teaching you, let us say, Mohr circle. I am teaching you some deflection of beams method. Let us say there are 10 methods. I have taught you 9 methods in a very nice manner. 10th method, the questions are not asked. So I would be going from just a basic. I would be saying this is not much asked. But you want to know more about that session. You are unable to make the question on some of the topic. Then my dear, for those topics where you are feeling the clarity is not there enough, so that you are making the question without any issue, then for those topics you shall refer the books. So for that you must have the standard books. So my dear, that's why I am telling you the books like Mechanics of Material for R.C. Hibbeler. you know, mechanics of material, strength of material, solid mechanics, mechanics of solid, all these are the names of strength of material subject. So yes, Rohan, thanks for your wonderful words. So as some students are there from my classroom, so I would be asking you for an answer. Dear, what is the best name for strength of material? I generally discuss about that what is the best name about strength of material. Let us see if anybody is able to answer this or not. So this is good for conceptual clarity, but only go for the topic where you feel the difficulty. Even if you have not joined BYJU'S exam prep, you can just definitely get the notes and all the PDFs, whatever are available on the Telegram channel. So they are for all the students, okay? So you can get the help from that also, okay? So it is not like I am advertising for something. Dear Midun, for that you can discuss with me separately, because for your case I would be recommending you some things, okay? So it would be good if you connect with me separately, okay? Yes, I would be able to answer every question. So guys, when we are talking about the strength of materials, the best name for the strength of material, Midun, Rohan, yes. Sir, what about the marks? Okay, I have already answered this. Yes, dear. So my dear, as I said, all these are the name of strength of material. When we are taking strength of material, we are saying mechanics of material, we are saying solid mechanics, we are saying mechanics of solid. And my dear, then it comes the best name of strength of material. I always say the best name is going to be theory of elasticity. Because my dear, if I would be asking you that when you are studying the strength of material, whether you are going for the first chapter or the last chapter, simple stresses and strain, bending stresses, shear stresses, columns, thin cylinder, every chapter, there is one common thing. They are saying Hooke's law is valid. And if I ask you about Hooke's law, you will say up to elastic limit or up to proportional limit. So my dear, somewhere you want to say Hooke's law is valid up to proportional limit. Complete strength of material is saying Hooke's law is valid. It means complete strength of material is only up to elastic limit. So my dear, you are always knowing about a wonderful diagram. If you don't know, don't worry. My first session is related to that only. There I would be discussing that in a great way. And this is a topic where many students have many wrong assumptions about the diagram, that I would be clarifying. So you know there is a point which is known as proportional or elastic limit. So only this much part is covered under strength of material, because in every topic you are saying Hooke's law is valid. After that, Hooke's law is not valid. So after that part of strength of material, you are going to discuss in different branches, in different subjects. Like in production, you are going for metal forming. So that part is covered under metal forming for the mechanical student. For civil student, you are going for plastic analysis in the steel. So there you study these parts. So first part only up to this, we are going to cover in the strength of material. If you don't know about this, don't worry. After next session, you would be master in that. Okay, yes, very good, Rohan. So you answered slightly late. So dear, that is something about the books. So dear, you need not to go from introduction to last chapter for strength of material or any subject. You need to go only for those topics where you are feeling difficulty. In that way, if you would be using the books, it is going to be the best way. Otherwise, it is a very time taking process. Okay, if you will go by books, it requires at least 1.5 years, because you would be going through the books totally. It will take more and more time. Okay, so my dear, now I am telling you that how we have classified that complete subject in the topics. I would also be telling you some relative weightages. Generally dear, I divide the strength of material into 3 parts. Every faculty have his own way. So my way is I am dividing it in such a way that first part is covering up to this. This is a basic part where we are going to discuss about what is stress, what is strain. We need to discuss about how the stress is represented. We would be discussing about a Cauchy stress tensor, where you get to know how many components are there for stress and strain. You write is tau sigma xx, tau xy, tau xz. We all write this about, this is said to be Cauchy stress tensor. We study what is Hooke's law. We study about stress strain diagram. We study about the types of stress, what is normal, what is shear, what is the normal stress coming because of forces, what is the normal stress coming because of couples, what is the shear stress coming because of forces, what is the shear stress coming because of couple. So we generally study the loading individually. Okay, that if only force is acting, what is happening? If couple is acting, what is happening? If shear force is acting, what is happening? So individually we study all the forces. Like here we study about the axial loading, here we study about the bending couple, here shear loading, and here twisting couple. So all four types of loadings are covered in the fourth chapter, but we are studying them individually. But in reality, they are acting together. So my dear, when we are going to see the total effect of combined loading, where all the types of load may be present, then we are entering into the second phase of the SOM. This first phase weightage is generally 2 to 3 marks. Okay, the weightage is around 2 to 3 marks for both the branches for this first phase. And we would be having one session on all of four, so don't worry about that. Okay, so one session on this, one session on this, one session on this, we would be having like that. Then my dear, in second, generally civil faculties or civil engineering student have the name like transformation of stresses. Mechanical faculties or student would be saying it as principal stresses. So guys, there is a reason behind that. None of them is wrong, I would say. Why? Because why mechanical people are saying this principal stress? There is a reason behind that. Guys, for mechanical peoples, the major application of strength of material is machine design. Second is production, yes, of course. So when we are talking about machine design, the target of machine design is to design a component so that it can withstand a value of stress, whatever is coming because of different types of loading. So my dear, we always want to design a component such that it can withstand the maximum value of stress. Because whatever the maximum value of stress would be coming onto the component, if material is able to withstand that, it would not be getting failed for sure. Okay, so if my dear we are going for that, it means our target is to find out the maximum stress there. So when we are studying in that prospect, principal stress is the best name because it gives you generally the maximum and the minimum value, the range in which the normal stress is coming. So that is the reason why this name is given. But my dear, transformation name is given because not only the maximum stresses, we can also find out the stress at any plane, at any point, normal, shear, both. So that is why civil peoples are generally using this name, because their applications are different. They are using it in soil, in RCC, in steel. So based on the applications, guys, I would say that is the reason, because our mechanical people's major application is maximum stress, so they name it as principal stress. Nothing wrong in that. Okay, so guys, this is the way. Then after, when you are going to study principal stresses, you would be having the theory of failure. This is a very important topic, I would say. For civil engineering, it was introduced in the later stages, but it is a core hard topic of mechanical. So my dear, when we are talking about theories of failure, here we are going to discuss the design for combined loading, which is not possible otherwise without this chapter. And you know, every component, whether it is beam or it is bar or it is shaft, it is subjected to multiple loadings always. Okay, because let us say if you are having, let us say, a shaft. So my dear, no doubt this shaft is rotating, so it would be having some twisting moment, but at the same time, due to weight, some shear force would also be acting. So you can have this, and because of this, definitely if there are some supports, there are chances that shear force would be creating bending also. So my dear, both normal and shear would be coming into picture. So for such component, we cannot design it without theory of failure. So it is a backbone, I would say, a most important topic. Without that, entire study is of no use. So here comes the second phase of SOM. Here I would be adding this topic also. So I teach thin cylinder and sphere also here. But why I have put it here? Because these are the topics which are not very important. So columns, thin cylinder, these topics we are going to cover in a single session. That is the reason I have kept it here. Otherwise, in the classes, I teach it in the second phase. Here the weightage is once again 2 to 3 marks. Okay. So my dear, third phase is this one. This is SFD BMD, shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, slope and deflection, columns. So guys, up to this, the topics are time taking and high weightage. After that, whatever the topics are there, column and strut, thin cylinder and sphere. In miscellaneous, what are the topics which would be coming? The strain energy methods we have seen. Then we would be having the testing of materials. Then we would be having some discussion on the shear center. So guys, these are the topics from which the weightage is very, very less. So we would be covering all of them in the single session because it is not having much weightage. So third phase of SOM is also having around 2 to 3 marks. For civil engineering students, my dear, I would say this phase is more important for civil and this phase is more important for mechanical. This phase is same for both, because for mechanical they would be asking torsion, from civil they would be asking bending. So likewise the things are going to happen. Okay, hope guys everybody of you are getting it. This was a normal weightages. Dear thermal stresses, we would be covering either here or we would be having a separate session. Okay, so thermal I have not mentioned, that's why. Now the point is how to prepare SOM. Why SOM? How to prepare any subject. So my dear, there are some general guidelines how you are going to prepare that. Okay, so my dear, first of all I am showing you that in terms of point, then I would be telling you in a simple language that what you need to do with me, that when I am going to go for session, what you need to follow. In that way you can get a very good practice as well as revision. So my dear, this is the general strategy for any subject. First of all, you need to discuss, analyze the important topic. When I am saying important topic, it means what are the topics you need to study as per the syllabus when you are going for the full-fledged preparation. When exams are near, then you are going for only important topics, so then you need to identify the topics you need to study. So the point is here you would be identifying that what you need to study. So my dear, for that I am there. I would be telling you what are the things you need to cover, because in my handwritten notes, in my PDFs, they would be given. You need to study only those topics. That is the first point. Second is allocate realistic time to the topic. When we say this realistic time to the topic, so my dear, this phase is simply to say when you are going for self-study like Midun is saying, so then you need to make a plan for yourself, because you know the paper is in February. It should not be like you are starting in March or April and 3 months you are going to give to the strength of material. Your syllabus would never be completed before exam. So in that way, based on the weightages and the syllabus of the subject, you need to identify the important subject and allocate the time. Like you know, there is a sequence. You shall go for engineering mechanics, strength of material, fluid mechanics in the starting phase. All other subjects are the application of that. I would not be naming other subject because for both the branches they would be different. So the first starting should be with engineering mechanics, strength of material, fluid mechanics. Okay, they are the subjects which do not require other subject. For other upcoming subjects they are required. Okay, so you need to start with them. And weightage wise and the syllabus wise you need to give the time. Like let us say if you have 12 months, 12 subject, there would be some subject like production which requires maybe 2 months out of 12. There are some subject like you can say machine design is there, which would be requiring hardly 15 days if you are making a timetable of 1 year. But I would say try to make it in 8 months. You need to complete the syllabus. The next 2 to 3 months would be there for revision and practice. And my dear, when you are going for the subject wise, after completion of every subject, you shall go for subject wise tests also. So my dear, then practice with previous years. Once you identify the subjects and topics, allocate the time. After doing those topics, you need to go for previous year's question. If you are capable of making previous year's question, it means you are going on to the right track. If you are not, then your track is wrong. You need to improve it. If you feel you are unable to make the question on some of the particular topic, like let us say Rohan is saying thermal, so it means you need to go through thermal again, and obviously your content is missing something because of which you are unable to make the questions. So either your understanding is not proper or content is missing. So my dear, one of them needs to be improved. Okay, so that you would be analyzing based on the test when you would be giving. So it is very important to start the test from the starting only. Don't wait for September or October. Yes, full length test should be started once 7-8 subjects are completed, but topic wise test, subject wise test should be along with the preparation. Then my dear, read, practice and revise. This is for the revision phase. As I said, after previous year's question you would be going for practice, and for practice, as you know, BYJU'S exam prep is providing many free quizzes on the app, on the YouTube also. The notifications are there for that. You can go through those free quizzes. You can join my Telegram channel Mechanical by Dheeraj Sardana. When you are joining my Telegram channel Mechanical by Dheeraj Sardana, there I am sharing my assignments. You can go for that with the answers. They are some with the solutions as well. The practice session I am going here on the YouTube. You can take the help from that. This year AIR3 Parvinder, if you see, he was present in all the practice sessions on YouTube and app as well. He is our classroom student also. So my dear, you can see even he was classroom student. He joined all the YouTube sessions of mine and he went for the practice, so that he need not to go for some other source, because faculty is the best source to give you the practice question. Because you would be having limited number of books, limited numbers of sources, because you don't have that much money to spend. But the faculty is using a number of books, a number of sources, a number of test series to prepare good questions for you, and obviously they would be more exam oriented. So my dear, it would be best if you are attending my practice sessions, which would be there on app as well as on YouTube. So you need to join them. They are going to help you a lot. Then my dear, other than that, you can go for test series. Test series, you can go for BYJU'S exam prep and also 1-2 more platform, because test series should be more in number. Okay. Then my dear, next, finish your preparation well in advance so that you can give 2 to 3 months for proper revision and full length test. This is a general discussion for any subject I am telling you. Now my dear, in the previous session, in the previous section, I have shared the sequence of the subject to be followed. Here you are going to discuss individually all the loadings. Okay. Here you are going to combine all the loadings. Then here you are going to discuss the beams in detail, because that is a very big part. Okay, hope you are getting it. So guys, like and share the session as well. So my dear, we have seen this. Then my dear, I would also be telling you in a very short way that how you shall prepare for both the students who have joined the coaching and who are self-preparing. So let us see both of them. So if you are going for self-preparation or you are going for the coaching, so both of them I would be giving you some points. So my dear, first of all, you need to study any basic subject. Self-study students, go for handwritten notes. Okay, handwritten notes are available on my Telegram channel as well as on Google. You would be getting, if you don't want to study my notes, you can go for any other also. They're available on Google. But whatever the notes I am sharing, they are from one of my classroom student who got AIR4. Okay, in GATE 2019 and 2022 once again. Okay. So my dear, this is the handwritten notes. So you can go for that. And if you're going for the coaching, then my dear, in the coaching, whoever the teacher is teaching you, they would be providing you either notes, they would be making the class notes, or you would be getting the PDF. Okay. And my dear, once you're going through this, if you find any difficulty in any of the topic, then my dear, coaching student can go through their faculty. They would be helping you that how to go for that topic. And these student can go for the textbook, what I have already mentioned. Then my dear, second thing, once you are going to complete some topic, you need to go for topic wise test. Guys, whether you are a self-study student or coaching student, you need to go for test series, definitely. That you need to purchase. It is required. Then you can go for topic wise test. Okay. And if you are a BYJU'S exam prep student, you would be getting quizzes on daily basis. Plus you would be getting the workbook. Okay. So for workbook also you can practice them. And also my dear, you would be having the topic wise test in the test series. Okay guys, after that, when you are going for topic wise test, you shall go for previous year's GATE question once the subject is over. Previous year's GATE question, everybody need to go. And guys, when we are going for PYQ of GATE, if you are preparing for ESC, you need to go for both GATE and ESC. If you are preparing only for GATE, go only for GATE. If you are going for mechanical, also you can try the questions from XC and civil. If you are preparing for civil, you can also go for the question of mechanical, XC and other branches, whatever specific branches are. So my dear, these are the things you need to do. Then you need to go for the subject wise test. After PYQ, go for the subject wise test. Okay, same here, subject wise test. So you can see more or less the things are going to be same only. The difference is here that here these students are getting their own notes. They need to follow someone's. So guys, all other things are going to be same. And if you are talking about such short notes, there is no hard and fast rule. I have taken interviews of more than 50 students in last, you can say 2 to 3 years. I am telling you the data, because before that we were not having the online discussions. So those interviews suggest me and suggest you all that all the students are not making short notes. Even for my students, 70-80% have said, sir, we have only followed your class notes, not more than that. Even they are saying we have never touched the books also. This is their opinion. You can see many interviews are available on YouTube. So if you are getting that much notes which are covering everything, no need to go for books and waste your time. If you find some topics are missing, you want to deal with them in detail because notes are more exam oriented, then you can go for those topics separately from the books. Okay. Sir, please provide your handwritten notes of all the subjects. Dear, definitely I feel 5-6 subjects are already available. Next also I would be uploaded for sure. Okay. So dear, that is what you need to do. Once your syllabus is over, go for full length test. And whenever you are going for the test series, the question you are unable to make, identify them add them to your notes because they can help you during the exam. Okay, so guys, now let us see the next thing. So this I have shown a diagram to you because now the point comes that what are the applications. So my dear, I am giving you one of the example. There are many examples of SOM application. This session is not for that, I feel so, because here I am telling you the weightage analysis, best books and preparation strategy. So just to give you a small picture that what are the various applications because of which we need to study strength of material. Exam importance we have seen, now physical life importance. You have seen the rails, you know that in railway line that all the rails are made up of I section. They are like this. So why they are of I section? Because my dear, when you would be studying the bending stresses, you would come to know that under the bending stresses, I section is found to be the best section. So my dear, why it is best? I'm not going into that discussion. That for that SOM is there. So what kind of section is going to be best here? Strength of material will tell you, because some loadings would be coming onto these beams. Okay, so that discussion we would be having. When you have seen some of the let us say building is going to be constructed, you know, in the building you have seen whenever the beams are made, they are putting some iron rods, saria it is said. Iron rods are fitted into the concrete. What is the reason for that? So that also answer is given by SOM. I would be discussing in the classes. Then my dear, the second question comes, why concrete is used with iron? Why not some other material? Reason is there with the strength of material. Okay guys. Then my dear, these are the practical application, and if you see whenever you are putting those iron rods, they are not putting iron rods uniformly. At some of the places they are putting at the top, some of the places they are putting at the bottom. What is the reason behind that? Again, strength of material will give you the answer. Okay, what are the various shapes of the columns to be preferred? Strength of material will give you the answer. So my dear, for all these questions, strength of material is give you the answer. This is related to the practical application. We would be discussing one practical application in one class. Means if I am going to take 10 classes, 10 practical application, which would become the interview questions for you. And at the same time, some conceptual interview questions would be there, like what are the various methods to find out principal stresses. In all the books only 2 are given. Interviewer is interested about the third method. I would be telling you that the application of math for strength of material. So these things guys, everybody cannot understand without studying the subject. So this session is not for that. So from next session I'm going to start the discussion. Guys, this is a sincere request to all of you. Just join 1 to 2 sessions. After that I would not be saying you to attend. You would be coming and you would be demanding for more and more session. That is my guarantee to you. Okay guys, so I'm not going into much application today. These are the various days on which the classes are there. Timing is 8 PM. Okay, if you miss some day class, you can go for recording also. And guys, I am telling you the Telegram channel which you need to join, where I would be sharing the PPT or PDF of this session, and that channel name is Mechanical by Dheeraj Sardana. It is Mechanical by Dheeraj Sardana. You can search by this name only on the Telegram. You would be getting my channel. And I would be sharing this PDF, whatever daily I would be teaching you. I would be sharing this PDF plus my assignment plus previous year's gate question of mechanical, civil and XC. All this guys for you only on the Telegram channel. Along with that, I am also going to start question of the day, which we run last year also. So if you would be going for those wonderful questions, you are going to get benefited from that also. So guys, is it fine? So this I feel is all for today. So I have discussed a lot for you guys. Hope you are going to follow this strategy to get a single digit rank, so that next year you would be a part of BYJU'S exam prep spotlight. Just like this year student, you have seen Parvinder is there, and there are many more. Lakshay, you have seen also some other students, Siddharth, you have seen. So many students are going to be there. Okay? So guys, goodbye for this session. Thanks for joining, and share this series with your friends more and more, because this is free of cost. And if any of the student is not even preparing, he is just going for his college, then my dear, also this session will help to those college going students also. Okay, so goodbye guys for this session. Thanks for joining. We will meet day after tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. We are going to meet on Friday. Goodbye guys, and thanks for joining.